Garageband. As you guys probably know, or if you don't know, Garageband is one of the most basic DAWs there is in the Apple world. It is the same recording engine or look as Logic Pro X. And in the iPad world, one of the, and I have to say this, probably the most sexiest thing about it is the smart instruments. When I'm not in the mood to break out a guitar and just do a quick jingle or a quick idea to fire it off for some work, it's fantastic. Here's a smart instrument with the grand piano. You just hit it, it gets going, and then you can control how much it's playing. You can control tempo. It's definitely a paint by numbers deal. Some of you might be turned off by that, but sometimes when the workflow for me is overwhelming, it's really easy to just pull this up, get it done, fire out the idea, and then move on. And if I need to go back and record, then I'll pull out a guitar and do everything else. So here's a guitar smart instrument. So you pull up the audio play, and there it goes. You control your chords. You can control your keys right here. So I'm in E major now. I want to go to C. That automatically changes it. Same with BPMs. Start tapping up, and then you just hit it on time. If I want it more technical, there's more finger picking as it gets more technical. And you have it with drums, you have it with acoustic instruments such as guitar, strings. Strings on here are pretty sexy. With the bass. So if you want to just get a quick bass line for your drums that you just threw in through audio bus, you're good to go. Just throw on audio play, and it's off and running.
Well, why don't we pick up on something you said about some of you may not like this paint by numbers approach, but you like the paint by numbers approach and think it has something to offer.
Yes. The paint by numbers approach for me, I mean, maybe because I've been at this for a very, very long time. You know, you set up a microphone, you try to find the right mic, you get the right player in front of you. You know, you're hours into the situation. For really, you just need to get a quick idea out to a client or a company or a marketing company for a jingle, and they might not even like it. So with this scenario, when I first discovered the smart instrument concept in the iOS world with some other apps as well, there's one out there called Guitarism, that it's just a strum deal. It really saved me hours of my time just to get the ideas across, or the mood or the vibe, because oftentimes, you know, a client will say, it's a little dark, or it's a little melancholy, or maybe it's too peppy or too fast. And this, really quick, really easy, fire it out. So as long as I'm staying open and not closed off to, oh man, it sounds horrible, or you know, all the things that I think a lot of maybe my friends or other engineers would say, as long as I throw that out and all that judgment out and just work with the tools that I have, I get a lot more work done. So the next digital audio workstation is Cubase. And one of the great sex appeals about this would be multiple things. We'll find out once we get there. We'll find stuff that we like the feel of, and we'll